If deer are treating your garden like an all-you-can-eat buffet, it's time to fight back naturally. In this video, we're sharing 7 of the best deer-resistant perennials that add beauty, color, and structure to your garden without becoming wildlife snacks. These plants aren't just tough, they're stunning. They come back year after year, attract pollinators, and hold their own even in deer-heavy areas. No sprays, no fencing, just smart choices that deer typically avoid. So if you're tired of losing your flowers to uninvited guests, let's take a look at the perennials that help you grow in peace. Let's begin with one of the most dependable perennials you can grow, salvia. It's a sturdy, upright plant that adds structure and life to your garden. And here's the best part, deer usually leave it alone. The leaves have a scent and texture that naturally repels them, which means less nibbling and more peace of mind. Salvia starts blooming in late spring and can keep going well into early fall. It loves full sun, needs well-drained soil, and once it's established, it really doesn't need much from you. It's a great choice if you're looking for something low maintenance. And here's a little tip. Don't forget to deadhead. Removing spent flowers will encourage more blooms through the season. It's also a wonderful option for raised beds and borders, where its upright form adds height without getting out of hand. Plus, it's loved by pollinators, so you might notice a few more bees and butterflies visiting your garden. If you're after a plant that brings beauty, supports wildlife, and helps keep deer at bay, salvia is a reliable and rewarding choice. Next on the list is the striking and graceful foxglove. Known for its tall, upright blooms and unique shape, foxglove adds a touch of elegance to any garden. And the good news, deer tend to leave it alone. The plant contains natural compounds that make it unappealing to grazing animals, so it's a great choice if you've had trouble with browsing in the past. Foxglove enjoys partial sun to light shade and does best in moist, well-drained soil. It typically blooms in early to midsummer, and while many varieties are biennial, they often reseed themselves, so once you have them, they tend to come back naturally year after year. Just remember, it's not one to snack on, so if you have pets or grandchildren around, be sure to plant it thoughtfully. Foxglove is perfect for the back of garden beds or along fences, where its height can help create a layered, cottage-style look. It also grows well in partially shaded raised beds, especially where you want something with vertical impact. If you're looking for a deer-resistant plant that brings height, elegance, and a touch of classic garden charm, foxglove is a beautiful and dependable option. Number 3 on our list is the ever-dependable coneflower, a sturdy perennial that brings both beauty and resilience to the garden. Deer tend to stay away from it, thanks to its rough, textured leaves and sturdy stems, making it a great option if you've had problems with plants getting munched. Coneflower thrives in full sun, grows well in average to dry soil, and once it's established, it's very drought-tolerant. It begins blooming in early summer and keeps going strong for months. It's an easy care plant, but here's a tip, don't forget to deadhead every now and then to encourage fresh new blooms throughout the season. This is a perfect plant for borders, pollinator gardens, or raised beds, especially if you enjoy attracting butterflies and bees. Its strong, upright shape also mixes well with ornamental grasses or shorter, mounding perennials. If you want something that's easy to grow, returns every year, and won't attract deer, coneflower is a solid, no-fuss favorite. At number 4 is the delicate-looking but surprisingly hardy columbine. This plant has a graceful, airy appearance that blends beautifully into natural-style gardens. And here's what makes it even better, deer usually leave it alone. Its foliage and texture simply don't appeal to their taste. Columbine grows well in partial shade, but it can also handle morning sun, especially in cooler climates. It prefers moist, well-drained soil, and once it's settled in, it tends to reseed itself naturally, which means you may see gentle pops of growth year after year with very little effort on your part. Because of its soft shape and height, columbine works wonderfully in shadier raised beds, woodland edges, or tucked among ferns and hosses. It adds just the right amount of movement and charm without taking over the space. If you're looking for something that feels a little wild, a little whimsical, and completely low maintenance, columbine is a beautiful and deer-resistant choice to consider. Coming in at number 5 is the graceful anemone, a plant that brings gentle movement to the garden with its tall, swaying blooms. It might look delicate, but don't be fooled. Anemones are surprisingly tough, and better yet, deer typically leave them alone. Anemones do well in partial sun to light shade, and they prefer rich, well-drained soil. Depending on the variety, you'll see blooms starting in late summer or early fall, which makes them a great choice for extending color and interest into the later part of the season. And once they're settled, they spread slowly over time, forming a natural flowing clump. They're ideal for shadier borders, under trees or near fences, where their tall stems can rise above lower plants without crowding. They also do well in larger raised beds, especially where you want to add late-season interest with minimal upkeep. If you're looking for something elegant, reliable, and naturally deer-resistant, anemone is a wonderful plant to add to your garden mix. At number 6, we have the eye-catching and dependable allium, also known as ornamental onion. This plant is well known for its bold, globe-shaped blooms and strong upright form. But what makes it a standout for many gardeners is that deer tend to avoid it completely. The scent and taste just don't appeal to them. Allium thrives in full sun and prefers well-drained soil, especially in areas that stay fairly dry. Most varieties bloom in late spring to early summer, right when you need something fresh and architectural in the garden. Once established, it's very low maintenance, and here's a bonus. The dried seed heads also add structure well into fall. This plant works especially well in borders, rock gardens, or raised beds, where its strong stems and round shape can really shine. And since it's a member of the onion family, it's naturally pest-resistant too. If you want a plant that brings bold form, needs very little care, and naturally keeps the deer away, allium is a smart and striking choice. Last but definitely not least, we have the stately and elegant delphiniums. Known for their tall, upright growth and strong garden presence, delphiniums are a favorite in cottage-style borders. And while they may look soft and lush, deer usually pass them by thanks to their tough texture and mildly toxic foliage. Delphiniums grow best in full sun, though they'll appreciate some afternoon shade in warmer areas. They prefer rich, well-drained soil and benefit from regular watering, especially when they're getting established. You'll typically see blooms in early to midsummer, and with proper care, they can put on a second flush later in the season. Because of their height, they're perfect for the back of garden beds or along fences, where they won't shade out smaller plants. Staking may be helpful to keep them standing tall, especially in windy spots or during a heavy bloom period. If you're looking for something graceful, deer-resistant, and bold enough to make a statement, delphiniums are a classic choice that bring height and beauty to any garden. And there you have it, 7 beautiful, dependable perennials that bring life to your garden while helping keep the deer at bay. These plants don't just survive, they thrive, and they do it without needing sprays, fences, or extra fuss. Whether you're just getting started or looking to refresh your garden beds, adding a few of these deer-resistant favorites can make all the difference. They're easy to care for, perfect for long-term beauty, and offer peace of mind when deer are nearby. Have you grown any of these in your garden? Or do you have a favorite deer-proof plant we didn't mention? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.